Gotta love a good morning. Speaking of which, good morning. I just rolled out of my Brooklyn bedding. Nice. Drinking a little coffee. Prepare myself for the slaughter of the weeds that just don't die. That'd be Canadian thistle. Winter's coming. It's time to take care of them. And this is why I need to do it. So, this video is brought to you by Brooklyn Bedding. We'll talk about that soon, but I'm going to stare at this for a little longer. And then we'll get going. Oh, there's the Sweetgrass Hills. Yeah. Where's the fireball? It's coming. All right, let's get to it. You can see they've got some stuff going on at the house. That's all new. This is going to be new. That's Leg Arm's dog. I don't know what he's doing here, but he's here. So, yes, another exciting thing that happened finally after a year and a half is the water line that we ripped up to right there. Finally got it done. There's my curb stop. Here's my cistern. I'm taking this off. This is my level sensor for my cistern. It tells me how much water I've got, and I don't need it anymore because now I am on a float system. So I have got a full tank of cistern all the time. So happy about that. Don't drop the phone in there. So that's cool. It turns out I've got 33 pounds PSI on that line, which is more than I was expecting to get. So I will use my pump in my house to pressurize my house system. But at 33 pounds, I can almost run an irrigation system off that. So I'll try it. So I have a second line running in my house in case my pump dies or I run out of electricity or something happens. I can flip a valve and bam, I tried it. I can take a couple showers and sinks work still at 33 pounds. So that's pretty cool. But if I tie that line, prior, filter, softener, and all that, and just run raw water at 33 pounds without having to go through my pump to run my irrigation system when I want to get a lawn at someday, which I don't have yet because I didn't have water, but next year I'm going to have a lawn or start the process of growing a lawn. I won't have to have a pump runner for that. So that's pretty cool. I know all you city guys don't know what that's like, but I grew up with cistern pumps and yeah, not that they're problematic, but it's just one thing to worry about. And having a constant flow of water that you've never had to haul or turn a valve on for or turn a switch on for has never really been a part of my life, and I'm almost 40. So that's pretty amazing. This is a good life. All right, got some product down here. That's going in the sprayer. Nope, nothing's changed with that thing. It's still here. Just waiting. We'll get to it. Just getting other stuff tied up first. But it was nice to see. Man, a lot of memories of that thing. Just happened. But looking at it, I'm like, oh yeah. Yeah, that was a lot of work. Let's go to Big Brute. It is last week of October, and weather's actually been quite nice. A lot of 60s Fahrenheit. That's great for getting the fall stuff done, like all that concrete work like you see at my place. And Leg Arm's place too. He's had a bunch and installed a heat pump at our lake house. That was interesting, but it's working, so that's good. That's quite a process. So, but farming's not over. We've kind of put it on hold for the time being, just because there's a lot going on outside that we didn't get to because we were messing with farm stuff. So now, let's get back to farm stuff. If this fails, our backup is right here. The old Rancher needs some air in the tires, so yeah. Yeah, that thing's a beast. Got a good deal on some splashy splash vehicles. Love these things. Figure the kids are getting of age where they'd like to go riding, so yeah, I used those a few times this summer. That was fun. Hopefully next year we'll get it out more. Ooh, battery disconnect was left on. All right, let's see what happens. Woo! That was close. He barely made it. We're good. We're good. Get the door open. Just realized that I need to get to some of these right here, and I got that in the way, and to get those I need the skid steer with the forks, and it's not here, so I gotta go get it. It's at my house. All right, let's road it back. Well, isn't this just nice? Thank you, random local who decided to chuck your kayak in our ditch. I guess it's not ours, it's the county road ditch, but right up against our field, and the only person that's gonna take care of that's gonna have to be me. So, appreciate it. You guys are amazing, whoever you are. The other day I was working and had the door off, and as you can see, I kind of made a mess with the bucket of dirt, so let's clean this up first. There we go, much better. What I'm going to spray today is, it's called Canadian Thistle. I'll show you guys in a minute. And it's a type of thistle that thrives on recropped ground, especially pulse ground. We never really had an issue with it because years ago we never grew peas or lentils or chickpeas, but now we do that. And we don't fallow every other year. Well, this next year we're going to, but usually don't. It started to make a footprint in our fields again, and the problem with it is it has really deep taproots. Like I've heard up to 8 feet deep. Big taproots. And you can spray it, but the roots never die. They just come back the next year, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And so how you gotta take care of it is you hit it in the fall right after the first hard freeze. What happens is the plant then reverses the flow, and it starts taking the sugars and nutrients down to the roots to survive the winter. So by spraying it now, in October, late October, after we already had a freeze, a hard freeze, that plant's in reverse base right now. So I can spray it with a special product, a special herbicide, that'll get down to those roots and kill the roots. Because you can cultivate it, chop the roots off at the top, and then it'll just grow back again. And you just can't get it out of your field. Unless you continually plowed the field for like a year or two straight, and then you can kill it all. So that's what I'm doing. We've got 1,200 gallons in this tank. Actually, it's coming down because I'm pumping it out right here. And I don't even know how many gallons I'm gonna need because I'm gonna be spot spraying today. That's the beauty of the Weed It, because I'm gonna have the Weed It system running, the spot spray. And as I go over those patches of green Canadian Thistle, you'll see it. It's gonna nuke it. So I'm gonna pump that full 1,200 gallons. I'm gonna put 1,200 gallons rate of product in it. And we'll just see how far we get. And I'm gonna go spray around the farm because I marked a bunch of it on my phone this year where I saw it. A lot of ditches, a lot of roads. We'll just try to get as much of it done as we can. Hopefully get a good kill on it before next year starts. All right, that's my last time we use the mix bait, any of the spray setup this fall. I'll have to winterize that in a little bit, but let's get up and go. It's time. Now, as you can see, we've had some issues. That's not a good one. They don't make those windshields anymore for this sprayer. We tried to have one pull out of a salvage truck in another state, and it cracked trying to get it out. So it's unfortunate this window has a slight curve to it. So you can't just like put a flat piece on here. But I think we're gonna take this in the shop this winter. We got a lot of stuff we gotta do with this sprayer. It's gonna get some big upgrades. Things here, things in the back, all over. We'll get there when we get there. But I'm gonna try to straighten out the frame of this window here and modify the cap so we can just put a flat piece in there. And then that's real easy to have a tampered piece cut and put in for quite a bit cheaper than trying to have a custom window made. But yeah, that's too bad. Look at that thing. It's good. I mean, it's still working, but that's annoying. So we'll do something about it. All right, there. Got the sprayer all ready to go. Let's go in the office here, grab some goodies out of the fridge, and then hit the field. And then also, better talk about today's video sponsor, which is Brooklyn Bedding. So actually, let's get to that right now. Just like that, we're back at the home. I haven't really given you guys much of an update on this place, have I? We talked a little about the water this morning. Obviously, you see some concrete works going on. I built my driveway up, brought in a bunch more dirt, leveled it out, put a bunch of gravel on it. I still got more to do there. But yeah, this is what's happening. In 2 days, we're gonna get this poured. We'll do halves. So, well, actually it's in quarters, I should say. So that end. Then we'll pull the forms after that's cured, and then do that one and that one. Gotta do some steps for the front porch. Got to finish putting some TP mortar all over all that. And then I think we're doing acid stain on it. It'll look beautiful. And yes, the house reveal. I know you guys really want it. We kind of just cut that whole series short, and I know we need to get that done. So when we get our house nice and clean for an event or something like that, I'll take a moment to get the camera out and walk around. We'll give you guys a little bit of a preview. But we literally don't even have countertops yet. We still haven't gotten those. We ordered them. We just haven't sat down to finally figure out what we wanted. They're expensive. You got to make sure you pick the right ones. You're going to have them for a long time. So yeah, I think we picked them, but they're not in yet. So maybe that's also why I'm holding off, so we can have some kitchen countertops before I do the final reveal, because right now they look absolutely terrible. It's just boards and stuff. So, all right, let's go check out that bed. I just got out of it a little bit ago. Actually counting down the minutes till I get back into it. I don't even have a watch. I'm just pretending. Yeah, that's not supposed to be there. My steps, courtesy of Leg Arms, took it from his house. Really sturdy. All right, here we are. This is my bedroom. Normally there's sheets on that and pillows. A lot of pillows. A whole closet full of pillows. But we took them off to show you the bed, so no, we don't just sleep on a raw bed. This is a Sedona from Brooklyn Bedding. It's been our mattress for the last 7 months or so. Let's get into some details. This mattress I like to consider a marriage compromise. My old mattress was a firm, fairly cheap foam mattress. I liked it because I like sleeping on pretty hard surfaces. My wife, on the other hand, does not. She likes sleeping on soft surfaces. And she always would complain about that bed being too hard. And so we compromised. The Sedona is a little bit of best of both worlds. Soft, but not too soft. Firm, but not too firm. It's wherever we want it. This mattress is a queen. I've always had a queen. I've never used a king mattress, so I guess I can't tell you if a king is better than a queen, but queen works great for us. The Sedona is made from multiple layers of foam, springs, padding, and it comes in a box. It's surprising how big it is, but you cut the box open, peel the plastic off, it unfolds, and boom, got a queen-size mattress in your house. Materials seem well made. I haven't had any issues with ripping, tearing, no sagging yet after 6-7 months, so that's good. It is quite nice after a long day. But I haven't had a long day yet, so I can't be doing that. Now, Brooklyn Bedding mattresses are designed, assembled, and shipped out of a facility in our beloved state, Arizona, right to your doorstep. There's a 120-day trial, so you can try it and see what you think, with a limited lifetime warranty. Did I mention free shipping? We love our Brooklyn Bedding Sedona, and I think you would too. So go to brooklynbedding.com, look at their options, lots of beds besides just this one. Take their sleep quiz. It's simple, helps direct you to where you need to go for that, nappy nap time bed. And if you scan the QR code, or go to brooklynbedding.com and use our promo code Welker Farms, you can get 30% off your order. That's not too shabby. And if you'd like to support us, take their post-purchase survey and mention Welker Farms. That helps motivate us for things like, bringing the Wagner in the shop. I just have to keep throwing that out there. I know it's coming. Just hang on. The Wagner's coming. It's not going anywhere. It's going to get in that shop eventually. So, we got to get back to work. Let's get to the field. Let's get spraying. Let's roll. All right, now I'm back to the goodies in the shop. Jerky. Any good? Get my hand in it. Yeah, you're so good. I'm gonna take the bag. I don't know if you can hear that hissing sound, but the hydraulic pump on this thing's been due for a rebuild in a while. It's kind of been giving us issues, so that's part of this winter's project is we're gonna rebuild the hydraulic pump on that thing. So here. This is Canadian Thistle. I've sprayed this multiple times. You can actually see the line right here where I sprayed my last fallow operation. And I mean, it looks like it killed it pretty good. And some of the stuff, that all looks pretty dead, right? But you'll be going along and then all of a sudden you see this. There's one green leaf right there, or like right here. And you know what that means? If there's even a speck of green, next year, this is gonna be one giant green mat again. Because all I did is kill the surface, didn't kill the roots. The only way to kill these roots is I gotta get down there with the Stinger, which is the product I'm using, with a kicker of LV6, and we're gonna burn this down to the ground. So, we'll get it primed, spray this. Right now, these plants are taking product down to the roots, and we'll hopefully get some poison down there. I know you guys don't like that word, plant poison. It only had a caution label for people, so it's really not that bad for people. I wouldn't drink it. But, yeah, this is some of the most harmless stuff I've sprayed compared to other things. And we'll hopefully take care of this Canadian Thistle. Okay, this is what it looks like. It can get really tall, some short ones. These are the seeds. They're about the size of a pea, and they're hard to clean out of peas. Easy to clean out of wheat. All right, let's get spraying. The other thing I'm excited to try out on this deal is, I don't know if you guys have been watching long enough, you'd never remember that this sprayer has what's called a decelerator. It's right there on the floor, see it? I tap it, decel light turns on, tap decel light turns off. It's a programmable, because this is a computer-controlled engine, like all modern engines, pretty much. This cat, and so what happens is if I'm cruising, this thing has cruise control. That's how I maintain my speed. So I set the cruise control, 12 miles an hour. I'm cruising along, oh, I see a ditch. I don't want to hit that ditch at 12 miles an hour. I'm going to go through the ceiling. It's going to be horrible in the sprayer. So I tap that button, it throttles it down to 1100 RPM. I crawl through it, tap the button again, speeds me back up to 12 miles an hour. It's awesome, but it was never quite slow enough. So I had Brian from Bootlegger Diesel come out, and he actually, I think his key's right. Oh, look at that, Bootlegger equipment. There's his keychain right there. Oh, that's cute. That's his rig. Love you, Brian. He's the man. Anyways, he's like, yeah, I'll come out and quickly give you a tune on that. So he set it down to like 900, 950 RPM. So I'm curious to try that out, because I haven't ran it yet. And that's gonna be such a game changer for me to be able to have it slow down a little bit slower on headlands and ditches to crawl through something and tap again. Because if I tap the brake, it kicks off the cruise control, and then I have to reset the cruise control again every time I want to maintain my speed, which is a pain after every headland. Not fun. So it'd be really nice to use the decel. So let's see if it works better this time. Brian, it's counting on you. If it doesn't, I'm taking that keychain off. Tap those two. Red one. Swing them out. Those are those Millennium booms that we have that weeded system on. Awesome booms. I've had zero issues with those booms at all. Only issues we've had is actual truck sprayer end itself from our old New Holland sprayer that we used to create all those booms, and that has had some cracks, so we're dealing with that. And that's something we're gonna work on this winter as well. But 120-foot Millennium booms, these things were built, designed to handle these weeded sensors a little better, and it works really good. 10-inch spacing, it's awesome. Then hold the other button there. Swing out the outer boom. Now I need to prime the boom, because who knows what's in it right now. We gotta get the product to the boom. So let's turn that on. Let's do a flush. There we go, she's running. Let's run it for a little bit, a lot of air in there. I blew this system out a few weeks ago because I didn't know if we were gonna use it again, and I didn't want it to freeze. So I quickly put some air through it just to clean it out, but there's product coming out now. All right, Brian, let's do a test. 12.3 miles an hour decel. Said it went down to 950. Oh, there's 900, 930, 900. How fast are we going? Oh yeah, 3 miles an hour. Perfect. Let's tap it again. Throttle us back up. Gotta give a little bit of gas, get to shift the next gear. There we go. All right, Brian, you're good. I'll keep the keychain on. You're good. We're cool. Got the boom overhang in the field a little bit here. We don't have any glyphosate in here, so this won't hurt the grasses. But that, there's a little bit of fence posts hanging out there. I don't want to clip those. That Canadian thistle goes right up into the grass. So I'm going to overhang it a little bit. We're going to try to knock out some of that thistle as I come through. There's some dead thistle. Let's spray it. I think I saw it spray some. See, like right there? See how we're spraying that spot over there? Yeah, look at that. Get it. Get that thistle. Oh, that feels good. I hope that stuff is gone next year. Oh, here's another big patch. Look at this one. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that is so nice with that weeded. On and off. I'm just cruising down the field and I'm using, what is that? Is that 3 gallons an acre right now? So it's using a little bit more than I thought it would. Maybe it sees a little bit green. Let's spray that. Yeah, I got some of that. Cool. Oh, there we are, 0.5 gallons an acre. That's more like it. I could probably just leave the system on and not spray at all, but I really don't care to spray anything else other than that thistle, so even though it's only spraying half a gallon an acre, I'll shut the system off when I'm not using it. There's a little bit right here I want to get. There we go, spray that. Yep, there's some more thistle over here. Take care of that. Perfect. As we crest this hill over here, you can see all that kind of discolored brown around all that. That was all thistle in this field. This field was really bad. And it just keeps getting worse every year. I did spray it. It's obviously brown, but the The weed, it's still detecting chlorophyll in there, so it's taking care of it. So whatever green is in here is getting a dose. But this whole valley down here, I got to spray. And then up top, there's a bunch of circles too. They like to make these rings, these big circles, as they slowly spread. There's a bunch right there. I'll overhang that. There we go. Get that really good. Very nice. Yeah, see all this? That's all Thistle. Okay, look at that ring. Check it out, right there. I don't know if you can see it. It'll stand up in a minute. I gotta spray that spot anyways. There he is, right there. He's hanging out. Oh, there he goes. We really like foxes on the farm here. They don't hurt anything of our stuff. They don't mess with our chickens because they're all penned up. They take care of the mice, gophers. They're awesome. So yeah, we like foxes. Not coyotes though. Not a big one. That's so cool. Love seeing those things. Don't worry, buddy, I'll be out here soon. You can get back to whatever you were doing. Sleeping, snoozing, whatever it may be. Oh, he doesn't like it. Oh, there they are. Newton mower, the Demco Big Buddy grain cart, and the Hull 1580 seed tender. Love it! And some other goodies like that Wagner right there. I know, you guys want that thing. We're making a plan. Look at that stuff. Just scattered all over. Now we're taking care of it. I would have this Viper set so it shows me each individual plant I sprayed with the weeded system, but the hardware in the Viper 4 Plus is just a little bit light and it's a lot of data for it to handle, so I don't do it. But there could be a future thing that might fix that, so we'll see. Would this be sweet? Oh yeah, look at that. See, I'm just straddling it. Just go across, booms are on either side. But the coolest part about this is I know I'm putting the product on those and I'm not wasting it on other stuff. That's nice. There we go. I believe I got the acres done that I wanted done. Just about used all 1,200 gallons. Got like 100 left, so that's pretty good. But yeah, now I'll run this back, park it. It's not going to freeze for the next couple of days, so I don't have to winterize this quite yet. Might run it in the shop though, do a little bit of work to it if we can get to it. So we'll see, but let's get home. Oh, there. Much better. Just a little bit left. That's okay. Oh, wow. That took a few hours. Not a lot of spraying, but a lot of spraying. In other words, I didn't get a lot of acres done. Just patches, but it takes a while to get those patches done.
All right, well, we got to clean some winter wheat. There's some that we harvested this fall, or no, summer. A new variety that we're transitioning to. And as you can see, well, maybe you can't see, keeping you in the dark. There we go. We've got our peak cleaner, which is now going to be a wheat cleaner, with a guy that we usually have come to clean the wheat. He does a really good job and very reasonable. We weren't ready. We were at the Farm Progress Show at the time, and we just couldn't coordinate the two times together. And so we've got a little bit of winter wheat to clean. So what I've done is I've taken some wheat screens, well, certain size. They're not the round. Here they're the slotted. And I've got a bigger slot in the top and a smaller slot in the bottom. And the smaller slot should take out a lot of the thins. And the bigger one on the top should take out any bigger chunks that we don't want, any little stones or whatever. Anyway, I was just doing a few things to it. I added some belting around here because it would tend to, when this was swung out and it would tip down like this, it would kind of tend to kick some cleanings out on the ground, and so that should take care of that. Otherwise, it looks like it's ready to roll. One thing we've got to do, when I finish up, I'm going to clean this well, and we're going to paint it. It's been how many years? You guys that have been following us for quite a while know that it's at least 3 years, 4 years, at least, maybe 5. I'd have to look back to see when we built it. But always, yeah, we're going to get it painted, and then we use it. Weather's, whenever we do it, it's going to be kind of inclement coming, so we just put it away. So this time, it looks like this week's going to be good. I've got a couple days of cleaning. Then I'll wash it real well, and we'll pick out a color, and we'll get this thing painted. But in the meantime, I've got to get some of the equipment we need to do it. What I have now is a conveyor. I want to convey this truth to you that this is an awesome machine. Love it. We just love it. It's very important. And then I did something, I'll see if it works. It's kind of a temporary build, but I'll show it to you when we get over there. But I'm gonna, well, hello, Kobe. Got my cleaning pal with me. Okay, let me put some fuel in this, and then we'll head over to the bin site. Okay. Okay, we've got winter wheat in that one. So I'm going to put this auger underneath there. I'll go get the truck, and we'll take out, there's probably, 2,500 bushels plus in there. We'll clean it all. We'll run it through the cleaner, and then see what kind of it looks like. First time really we've ever used it for wheat, so it'll be an interesting check to see how well it does. Okay. What I'm doing right now is I'm raising this up. I probably should have done it before I stuck it underneath there. I left the hitch on. I'll probably take it off. It's going to probably be a little bit higher. I thought, well, I'll just leave it on, and that way I can lift it up to it. But it's going to take a little while, so. Okay, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a farmer by his wallet. Wallet? That's not how it goes. All right, let's see. What's your guess that I might need a jumper? I lost. Okay, I'm starting the trucks up. Got to move them over to where I'm going to start cleaning, and but I need a driver first, so I'm going to go find one. Found one! He's been hounding me about letting him drive. What do you guys think? Okay, I've got 2 trucks moved. Now this old reliable, old blue. This truck has an 855 Cummins, 1973, I believe, and no turbo. It's loud. And power steering went out on it. So it takes a man to turn it. But I'll have to do. All right, well, I'm ready to start cleaning. I've got a little tarp down there for spillage. Got the cleaning truck in position. Got the unit plugged into the outlet. And so now what I need is wheat. So I'm walking over here. Gonna get the conveyor started. And I'll start the truck, get the air built up. Then we'll go ahead and fill this truck with, well, I won't just fill it. I mean, I'll put in close to 1,000. It'd be close to filling it. And then take it over there and we'll start getting it tweaked and let's see how you guys do. Wants to start, wants to go. Now I think these rollers are fine for the gate. The rollers in there, some of the nylon's busted. A little bit of wheat in. Ah, look at that. I think that's what we call a hard soil. Up! Yeah, I was going a little bit too easy. And I remembered, I thought, oh, you know, I gotta remember to shut that gate. I left a pile. I hope the boys don't pile on. That's enough pile for today. I can get it cleaned up, that's one thing. There's no use crying over spilled milk wheat. Or maybe you can. All right, there we go. Well, I'm back cleaning. I started yesterday, later in the afternoon, got it all around and got it all tuned in. So I'll show you what's going on here. I'll have to move it here in just a little bit, that truck. But what we got going on here is from the bin right after harvest. This is seed that we want to keep for that we got seeded on some acres. It was dry this year, and so some of it isn't as plump as we want. But I think it's still going to be decent seed. And with this cleaner, we run it up here, drops in the hopper, and then, let me see, I need to add a little bit more wheat here. It measures out a flow right here. This band right there is variable. I can adjust how fast wind pressure. The curtain air comes up like this. And then it blows the chaff and the loose stuff out right here. And then the extra, I am blowing probably some decent seed out. So I'm going to try to get this truck fairly full so I know exactly about how much, I can estimate how much is going into the bin, the seed clean bin. This is winter wheat. So anyway, it runs up there, drops in the air gravity cleaner, cleans out all the loose stuff, and the excess that is blown over goes up there and then into that. If you look down in there, you can't hardly see it. It runs up there, drops in this double scalper screen. There's a bigger slotted screen in the top that allows the good kernels to fall through, but anything really big like this here, that is dumped out. And then there's a lower screen that's smaller slots. This is our good clean seed that we're using. As you can see, a lot of thins in here, small kernels overall. This is the plumper, the ones we want to keep. So it's doing a pretty good job of cleaning the grain. I think I'm doing about, it's over 200 and maybe up to 250 an hour with this cleaner. And I have about 2,500 plus to clean. So I have a little less than 2,000 left. So it's me and Kobe. Someone's taking us to the cleaners. All right, then there's one other thing that in this process you have to do. You got to get me started. Might take a while. Ooh, got some dust on that. All right, well, I finished the wheat, the winter wheat cleaning, and I blew off all the wheat kernels and chaff and wheat seeds and all that. And I think I'll probably power wash this, kind of clean it up. This thing needs to be painted. We didn't get it painted after we finished it. And one reason why we didn't is that we didn't know about modifications, you know, as we used it and going, oh, maybe we better do this. So anyway, we'll see if that's the case. If they want to paint it, then it'll be power washed, and then I've got to take and tape off areas that we don't want painted, and then shoot it with a beautiful color, a really rich color, probably great gray. How's that sound? Okay. All right. I forgot to charge my camera, so I had it plugged in. Hopefully it's got enough. Beautiful weather. It's about 70 right now with the sun, no wind. So what I'm doing is took the tires off the seed cleaner, washed it off real well a couple days ago, masked off the areas we're not going to paint. I'm not going to go ahead and paint that because that was already painted. So I'm priming it with some gray primer. I'm working around. Oh, I forgot. I got to take those off. That's what I forgot. All right, but anyway, I started to see if I could get the sprayer to work. And as you can see, I've started there. Got this face, the top, started to do around here, and then decided. Now, it is not a professional job. We need Scott for that, or Nick. But I'm just putting a primer on, and as you can see, I see some streaks in there where the nozzle is overspraying on the very ends. I'll get better at it, unless you guys want to come and help. That'd be awesome. Anyway, but I'm just gonna put some gray primer on it, and then I'll get some gray paint, and we'll then finish it. I got paint splatters on the lens. Yeah, that kind of makeup still doesn't help me. Well, I finished it. I've got the primer done. I've got the base coat done. I did some touch up. This auger over here was a different make. It wasn't AGI, it was another auger. So it's kind of an orange. So I did end up painting that so it matches the rest of the augers. So yeah, it's good to be done, and should last as long as I last. So yeah, it's awesome. Great to have it done. And the weather's warm. We're going to be pouring some concrete in about another hour or so. So I got to get up there and do something concrete with my time today. Yep. I think I might be poor help, but that's the brakes. Okay, next adventure.